Hey guys, my name is Joshua De La Victoria. I am a guitarist based in Southern California, and I have a progressive music project called Victoria, as well as some things coming in the future. In this video, I wanted to talk about my brand new Abasi Space Tea, as well as some of the tones I've been using for live shows, which might be different than other prog artists. Because I'm using a real amp and real pedals and stuff like that. And also kind of give you some tips on making more interesting swells, tone-wise, and also like note and chord-wise. And yeah, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. And here we go. So I got this brand new Space Tea about a month ago, and I have been loving it. It has a set of signature Greg Koch tea style pickups made by Fishman, and these are active. You have to charge the guitar with the battery. It's kind of like you get the teletones, but then they built on top of it where they're noiseless pickups and they have different voicings to choose from with this button right here. It works extremely well with my amp and my pedal board, and I'll kind of go through some of those tones right now. So I just got a brand new amp. It is a Mesa Boogie Fillmore 50. I started playing some more kind of live impromptu stuff, and I realized as much as I love modelers, they're kind of hard for me to use in that situation. So I decided to switch to an amp and a real pedal board. So everything can be kind of laid out in front of me, and I can change things on the fly without having to kind of go deeper into menus and stuff like that. So this amp is a 2-channel amp, and they're both the same circuit, and then you can switch between different gain stages. And I generally keep it on the medium gain because I kind of like a little bit of breakup. Like here, I'll kind of give you an example. So no pedals, this is just the amp. You can also hear how the amp is breaking up when I really dig into the chord. To kind of start with the pedal board, I'll just go over some general tones. I'm an always-on, compressor always-on kind of guy. It's just like a tonal thing. I like having that balance and almost like final recorded tones, I guess. So this is the Origin Effects Cali 76. Something new that I got, I have the Tilt Overdrive from Rev Amps, and this is just like an overdrive pedal with a boost built into it. Here's the drive. I've been a pretty big fan of it. It does like this darker lead tone thing that I like, and then with the boost, it has like a tilt EQ that you can kind of mess around with and change the voicing of the boost. And then a tone I've been having a lot of fun with is combining that with my Boss OC3 and my Love Pedal Believe to create this weird like synthy octave thing. Here's just the super octave. So I have it set to do an octave down. And then if I add the Believe, which is like an analog fuzz octave up thing. It's like this weird synthy vibe. And it's really fun to do just in solos and like for riffs and stuff if I feel like being weird. A couple new pedals that I've been really excited about that I just got from Walrus Audio. Thank you, Walrus Audio. I got the D1 and R1 from their Mako series. And then these are kind of like fully featured delay and reverb, bunch of different sounds. You can save presets. There's 3 banks. And this has pretty much become my whole wet side of my rig. These are also what I was using in that opening clip for all the swells, all the swell reverb and delay. And so right now it's on a pretty intense setting, which I'll show you guys. So here's the delay. This is like a reverse delay kind of thing. You could hear it's also like, there's like this pulsing effect, which I thought was cool, and it kind of keeps my swells in time. And if I play that without swelling in, it's just like this super weird ambient thing, and I like weird stuff. So the reverb, I also have it set on a super long decay, really high in the mix kind of thing. And if I combine the two, it's just like this crazy swell ambient thing. And then also what I think is making it kind of interesting is I'm running this into the front of this amp, so I'm not using the effects loop right now, and it's kind of distorting the reverbs and delays. I think now would be a good time to kind of talk about some of the ways I'm thinking about the chords for the swells, and then give you guys some tips. I'll kind of use that opening clip as an example of how to maybe make your swells a bit more interesting. On the most basic level, I was just going between A minor and F major, right? So that's F major. It sounds cool, but just playing A minor and F major just by themselves is a bit boring. I want to hear more color, and then if I'm trying to go for like a weird proggy style like swells, I definitely want to hit some different extensions on the chords. So the way I'm thinking about the voicings of these chords, I'm still thinking A minor, F major, but then I'm adding extensions onto it. So for the this A minor chord, I'm thinking about the A minor scale. I can add any one of those notes into that chord and it will work. Deciding on the note kind of depends on the vibe that I'm going for. For example, one of the chords that I played in the beginning. So I'm still thinking A minor, but now I'm thinking the root of A, the 7th, 4th, 5th, the 2nd on the top. And you can do that with any of the notes in the A minor scale and create kind of movement even within the same A minor chord. So for example, if I'm going, I'm still thinking A minor for all those chords, even though I'm using different notes from the scales. And then over this F major, I'm thinking F Lydian. And I'm doing the same thing. I'm taking any of the notes from F Lydian and adding it to this F major chord. So like one of the chord shapes that I played, right, which is the 1, the 5th, the 7th, and the 3rd. And it kind of just makes the chord sound more interesting and more complex. And then when you're switching between the two chords, you can try to find different combinations of those extensions to kind of make the transition sound more interesting. So for example, going like, there's like this movement on the top that's happening. I'm just thinking of ways to add melodic movement to these chords instead of just keeping them as static chords. I hope that was interesting, helpful to some people. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the Abasi Concepts YouTube channel. You can also find me and my music on Instagram @JoshuaDela and on YouTube, Joshua De La Victoria. check out my band Victoria. Follow me to see any updates and good stuff. Cool. Bye.